activity north.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Frank, this game has taken us all over the world to some absolutely beautiful spots, and this is one of the prettiest I've seen in a long time, the cliffs at Lighthouse Point along the eastern coast of Maine.
Yeah, it's always fun when we head up in the northeast area. Golf's been in this area for a long, long time. This golf course hasn't. Rather new design by Brandt and Patel, and it's lengthy, 7,700 yards. You'll get to hit just about every club in the bag, so good test today.
Frank, what a way to start. This is all you want, a par 4 of nearly 500 yards.
And a 90-degree dogleg. There's a bunker in the distance, Rich. That's almost your run-out area.
Excellent looking shot here. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Setting up in the fairway, 200 yards to where that hole is cut. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. In the words of the legendary basketball announcer Marv Albert, from way downtown, yes!
Hey, I think that was right.
Now at the second here at Lighthouse Point, Frank, this is some tough par 3.
If you want to try and really break the hole down and be a purist here, Rich, you'd like to hit a little cut into this green, something that moves away from the water and the cliff back towards that bunker. That would be the perfect shot to hit. But it's such a difficult par 3. Anything on the green would be good here.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. So at the third, the approach is on the green, but it's a long ways from the cup, about 30 feet away. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. So Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the 4th. Frank, the Maserati's tuned up early, running 120 on the first few holes here.
Yeah, you've got all 12 cylinders going. Just a player in full flight. It's amazing how that club's tearing through the air, I don't know, 100, 120 miles an hour, all just sailing down the fairway, managing to hold those greens. And, of course, the greens today are putting so beautifully. So we have a chance to just sort of light it up there today. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Now the 5th hole, par 4, 481 yards.
Find the fairway, and it's a fairly generous one, and you should have a shot where you want a nice lofted one over that front bunker to land softly on the green. Oh, he goes after it like he is here.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I have ever seen. Just let it rip.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, it's a nice walk to make down the fairway when you can see your golf ball right there in the middle.
Rich, there's an old saying, fairway first. And there's another example. Hit it in the fairway, and the game becomes very straightforward.
Just a beautiful tee shot. This one looks right on point. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Moving on to hole number 6, par 3 of 198 yards. Par 3 6th is relatively short, 198 yards, Frank.
But this one, really, you've got to go airborne here. That bunker that protects the left side and front, you've got to carry that and get it to land soft so it doesn't skip through the back of the screen.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. 13 feet away. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Now to the 7th hole here at Lighthouse Point. Frank, we all love the shorter par 4s.
There's so many decisions to be made here at 7. You look at the scorecard, it's not very long, but when you start to flash your driver down that right side, you'll notice that fairway gets very narrow. So the decision is really that's the prudent play or not. From there, it's just a short iron in, and you should be looking at birdie.
Frank, as we get set for this approach, what does our featured player need to do to regain some of that early round magic?
First, a bit of advice, really. Take a deep breath. Make sure all those bad thoughts get out of your mind. After that hot start, we all know they can play better than this, but they need to relax first of all and then let their game take over again.
Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. and getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Another par 3. We're at the 8th. It's only 165 yards, Frank.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
As this putt for birdie.
Great, too.
Beautiful. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs. And the designers really thrown the boat out. Excuse the pun, we are on the coastline here. This hole doglegs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole. But of course, everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Just a couple of feet. He's made it. Now to the par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 250 yards to the middle sort of front left of that green. That's the easy way to play the hole. Make a mistake off the tee and you might find out this is a more difficult 3-shotter than what you were anticipating. Oh, I liked that.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
In the fairway, shouldn't be more than 200 yards to the flagstick. Appears to be tracking well. That will be a great look at birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Good putt. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making drive or almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it.
That should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. On the green in regulation. This would give him an eagle on the card. Oh, he's going to love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Moving on to the 12th hole now. Par 4, 439 yards. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. Just a bit left of the hole location.
Should still be okay.
That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Shouldn't be a problem here. That finds the bottom of the cup. We'll call that a birdie. On to the 13th, and Frank, I love golf courses where you run into something you've never seen before. I have never played a par 5 of 700 or more yards. Here it is. Just pulverized that golf ball.
That club must have melted after that one.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Getting set now over the putt. It's a good-looking putt right here. I might like it.
And that was a tricky one, but it's in.
I like it. Love it. I like it. I love it.
Now to the par 3 14th. It is 240 yards. What a golf course, Frank. I mean, this tests the best in the world. I'm talking about McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, and Ricky Fowler. 700-yard par 5s and nearly 600-yard par 4s. This is all you want.
It certainly is, and that's why the total yardage of this golf course is nearly 7,700 yards. This par 3, just a beast at 240 yards. One thing you want to do, though, is avoid Lake Zimmer. It's a big body of water to the right. If anything, though, look at the green. It shapes a little to the right. So you can use that left side of the green, which is away from the lake. It's a smart way to play this. It's no snack, though.
Round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And another fun hole here at Lighthouse Point. It's the last par 3 on the back nine as we begin this closing stretch. 241 yards downhill, par 3 16th. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. See if he can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You can see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way. Magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? He's made it. Frank, it's been quite a journey to this point, but here we are, the 18th hole at Lighthouse Point.
It looks like a dogleg left, or it should play like a dogleg left. You might stand on that tee and think that you can take the direct line.
You can't get there from here, can you?
Good old Maine terminology there. So the goal really is to somehow find that fairway down the right. And of course, it all depends on how far you fly that tee shot and the line you take. From there on in, just a short iron and maybe a chance to get another birdie and finish with a smile on your face.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Don't think, just hit.
Perfect. And in the hole. What a shot.
Yes, it is perfect. Thanks for the acknowledgement.
And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic play, not only in the course today, but all week long.
Shout out to 2019 VMAs coming on in 4 days on August 26, 2019. Today is August 22nd, 2019. And I'm excited for it. So I see Tori Kelly there. Her album just came out this month, about 13 days ago on August 9, 2019. And it's called Inspired by True Events. It's her third album. It has 16 songs in it, just like her first album, Unbreakable Smile. And it's amazing. I bought it. I listened to the whole thing. And like I said, it's amazing. Chaos, Tori Kelly. Us Tori Kelly fans are going to keep loving and supporting you. So, yeah. And, yeah. I'm excited for 2019 Video Music Awards in 4 days on August 26, 2019. And today's August 22nd, 2019. Alright. So that being said, CBC Naruto. Over and out.